Hey everybody, welcome back to the second video as we go through and explore the features of our amazing, incredible roofing CRM that saves you money by eliminating those software subscription fees and giving you a fully feature-packed CRM out of the box that you don't have to spend your time trying to build yourself. Even if you do use AI, it's a very challenging thing to do, but we've done it for you and at a much lower price than it would cost you in subscription fees and also in time and effort and money in paying someone else to build this for you. So let's jump right in and start looking at some additional features. Last video, we saw that our CRM includes all the basic CRM features that you would expect to see in a CRM. So let's go ahead and throw in our access code and get back to looking at this. And click the terms of use and enter demo. All right, so last time we looked at all of our different dashboards for all of our managerial roles in your company. And now we're going to begin looking at what do we have for your folks in the field. All right, this is some incredible stuff that you will not find in most major CRMs. All right, first thing we've got. Now this one you probably will find other places, but we've got it in here because we tried to take the best features that we could think of that roofers would need and pack them all into this CRM for you. All right, so in the field, we have your job map. So you can see we've got some of our seed data loaded in here. All right, so you got your map that shows you where all of your current jobs and past jobs are that have been completed or are in work. So this shows you where your crews are working or previously worked. This allows you to do things like show and let other customers drive by houses and see the roofs that you've installed. You can click on any of these jobs and you can see all your jobs. You can see what stage they're in. Like right here, we've got one job. This job's still in progress, and the amount that job is of revenue that job is going to produce and which rep is assigned to that job. You can also view the job and you can also get directions to the job once you've got your Google Maps connected. So lots of things you can do from within the job map. If you happen to be driving around and you have this running on your phone, you can actually pull this up and it'll show you exactly where you are on the map in relation to your current jobs. And right now we are here because it looks like because my job is in there, but if I was driving around, this app can track my location and see where I am in relation to my jobs for my company. All right, so you got your job map, and again you can see all the different filters that you've got up here to filter them down. Completed jobs versus active jobs. Okay, and then, all right, so we got your job map. Next thing we have is the canvassing. Now, a lot of roofers that we've talked to and shown this to already absolutely love this feature. All right, it is important, as you know, as a roofer, to be the first one to the lead. Okay, because we know there are literally thousands of roofers. They are climbing on top of one another in Florida to try to get leads. You know, you can pull up to a house and you're inside doing an estimate, and there are 2 or 3 roofing trucks outside waiting to get in and offer your customer a lower bid just to get the job. So we want to build features in here that help you get the jump on your competition and be the first one into an area, particularly areas where there are storms. Before we go deep into the canvassing, I'm going to start out with the storm map. Well, actually, no, I'm going to stick with canvassing. So kind of doing this on the fly here. So what we've built here, what you're looking at is these large circles represent territories. You see up here, I'm going to move myself out of the way here. There we go. If you look up here, you see new territory. We've created these large circular areas as territories. All right, but let's take this one. Here's the territory And within that territory, you can see there is a sales zone. There's a zone, okay? So the way that our system works that we built for you is you create a territory, and within that zone, or within that territory, you create zones. And in that zone, that's a canvassing zone. In that zone, you assign a sales guy or a sales rep or multiple sales reps to go in and canvass this zone. So you know who's working where, who's responsible for what neighborhoods, and you can create your own zones by simply drawing them so that you can target certain areas. Oh, let's put that up there. Oh. Okay. And then finish. And then I can assign that zone to a group, or I can assign it to individuals or multiple individuals. Oh, I'd have to put a zone name in here, but you get the gist. You assign a zone name, and then you select people to assign to that zone. And as soon as they get assigned to that zone, they instantly get an internal CRM notification and an email to let them know they've been assigned to a zone and to get out there and start canvassing that area. Now, why is this important, and why is this such a cool feature that helps you get the jump on your competition? Well, it starts with why we selected this particular territory. And where we go next to find that out is we go to our storm map. At our storm map, this is where we do all of our weather research. Okay, you have the National Weather Service alerts here. You have storm reports that come from another national weather service. And what you want to know to beat your competition is that whenever there's a storm, you need a couple of things. You need, number one, you need to know when it happens. You need immediate alerts. Number two, you need to know what happened in that storm area. And then you need to know the neighborhoods affected, and then where to send your folks in those neighborhoods. And that's what we give you inside this CRM. I'm going to give you an idea and show you how this works. So, of course, because we're in Florida, we're going to go ahead and start in Florida. And so we're going to put in Florida as our state. And we're going to go 90 days back. And then we're going to fetch reports. And we got 564 reports. And we're going to filter it out all the way back to the last 90 days and apply that filter. And look at our map. Look what it did. It showed us in the last 90 days where have all the major wind and hail events happened. All right, where we saw that those territories we created are right in here. Those territories line up with these different storm zones. All right, so we've got, here we had 1.5 inch hail in this area. Here we had 1 3/4 hail. Out here we had thunderstorm wind, 65 miles an hour. Here we had, let me go over to, let's see, we got a little bit of overlapping going on here. Oh, let's go. There we go. Right inside here, we just had rain, but we can view the details. So let me kind of go back here. Oh, let's pull these up again here. And 90 days and 90 days and find reports, apply filters. Okay, here we go. Let's go back into our storm event here. So let's say we have this storm event right here. We click on this, we hit view details, and then we know what happened in this area. Wind gusts 60 to 65 miles an hour. Estimated hail 1 to 1 1/4 inch hail. Diameter on Grant Street. Okay, so we can zoom in here, and within this storm zone where we know there's a potential for roof damage, a high potential, we can create a territory, create a canvassing territory. We create those canvassing zones within that territory, and you assign your salespeople to those zones to go canvas. So this is what makes your canvassing extremely effective. Yeah, this is what people use, why people pay for Hail Recon and other tools like that. We've built that, basically your own Hail Recon, right into our CRM using publicly available tools that are integrated right into your CRM that you get out of the box. So right out of the box, you're going to get weather alerts for your area. You're going to get to see what happened and where to focus your canvassing efforts and to get your folks out there before the rest of the people, before your competitors get out there. So that's what makes the canvassing so powerful, is because you can create those territories, know exactly where the storm damage is, and get your folks out there to canvass those areas and get those customers lined up with your company before your competitors. All right. And then over here, back on the storm map page, we've got alerts. These alerts are set. There is a piece of software that comes with your CRM that runs throughout the day watching for these storm reports. And as soon as those storm events happen, you get an immediate alert, internally notification in your email, or as you're going to see later in another video, on your Telegram app or your other chosen app. You're going to get instant alerts the moment storm events happen, so that you and your team can hit those canvassing areas right away. So just some powerful, powerful stuff to help you be the first one to the customer. All right, next thing we have for your field folks is our crew tracking. This allows the admin folks and the company owner, the boss, to track his crews. The way this works is you have down here, we have a mobile app. Yes, you get 2 mobile apps built into your CRM, ready to use out of the box. We have I'm going to open this in a new tab here, your crew tracking app, allow. So what you do is you tell your crew lead or your roof installation supervisor to put this app on their phone, or to log into the console log into your CRM on their phone and open up the app and start tracking. Once they start tracking, it's going to ping their position regularly and let you know where they are. And you can see over here, we've had a few pings when I was testing it at 8:30, 8:32, 8:38. So you're going to get regular updates on where your crew members are in relation to their jobs. So great thing for business owners. All right. If you got crews that like to kind of take their time getting to the job, stopping at Wawa for a coffee, maybe making stops you don't want them to make, you're going to be able to see how long it took them to get to each job each day and know where they are at any particular time, as long as you have your crew leader running that crew app. So these are the tools that we have for your guys out in the field. You've got your job map where you can see all your jobs, your canvassing, where this is kind of like Sales Rabbit. I think that's what it's called, Sales Rabbit, where you can create territories, create zones inside of territories in storm hit areas, assign sales teams to get out there and canvass right away. You've got your storm map for all your weather alerts, instant alerts, daily, hourly, even sooner. You can set the alerts up to happen as frequently as you want. Then you got your crew tracking. So these are your field these are your field tools. And then also the sales app would be a field tool as well. All right, let me go back here. Let me open that in a new tab. All right. In your sales app, this is for your sales guys. When they get out there, they install this on their phone. And when they're out there, they walk up to a door. They've got a map of their canvassing. You see in the red here, this is one of our canvassing zones. Okay. They know where they are in relation to the zone that they're supposed to be canvassing. Once the blue dot is inside the zone, they know they start knocking on doors. And then as they knock on a door, they can mark it as no answer, Interested, not interested, call back. Do not knock if it's a hostile person that answers the door, or appointment set. All right, and they can use this app for all kinds of great things in the field. They can use it, they can see their map, they can see the zones that were set up for them that they need to go start knocking at. They have, they can see their follow-ups that they need to be doing for the day. They might be in that area. And there's their map with their zone where they're supposed to be targeting. All right, and they're door knocking and appointment set. They put the homeowner's name in here, phone, email address, set that appointment, make some notes. They can get up on the roof and start adding photos. Those photos will populate in here. They can make voice notes. And as they do all this stuff, everything they capture in the sales app automatically is pushed over and captured in the CRM database, in your CRM, when they log the visit. So great apps that will connect your team out in the field to your roofing CRM and allowing you to monitor all of it from the comfort of your bass boat or vacation spot. So that's it for this video, folks. You saw all the great field features that we've built into the CRM, and we know these things are going to help you guys get to the customers first, close those deals, install those roofs, and keep your team on track. Thanks for stopping by our channel at ExitSaaS Automations, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.